It's a curtain call of sorts on Bannock Street in downtown Boise. After 131 years, the Alexander Davis men's clothing store in downtown finally calling it quits. And our Andrew Bartline joins us now. And Andrew, I know you spoke with the owner of the store, who's actually the grandson of its founder. It's a big legacy. I know it's very popular. So why are they closing now?
Well, the grandson's actually not the owner, but it is bittersweet, Joe. A longtime employee bought the family business more than 15 years ago. He says it's time for him to retire. Unfortunately, there isn't anyone fit to continue carrying on that legacy. This city changes. It'll make an impression, but only to change again.
I think we moved over from Nampa when I was 2.
From his Crescent Rim house, 92-year-old Nathan Alexander looks at the skyline and remembers what was.
Boise was a very flat town when I was a young man. I would say most of the buildings in town were like 1- and 2-story buildings.
One of those buildings is the Alexander Davis men's clothing store. Founded in 1891 by Nate's grandfather, Moses Alexander.
You don't have these legacy businesses around much anymore.
David Graves spent 42 years of his life working on behalf of the Alexander namesake. He bought the store in 2006.
Even with my independent years as being an owner, I still consider myself kind of the torchbearer.
The flame still catches eyes and makes impressions. Andrew Almond saw a spark in the window while visiting Boise back in January. He lives on the East Coast, but upon a follow-up visit, Almond had to go back.
I just want a really nice suit that I'm proud of, and I'm gonna force myself to come here and get one.
It wasn't by design, but Almond made the trip just in time, because the spark in January's window is now a little more dull. Alexander Davis is closing. A 131-year run ends April 30th.
I was very surprised. I mean, I almost want to cry because it's hard to find shops like this anymore.
Closing not by hardships, not by financial struggles, but by retirement, and no candidate fit to receive the torch.
Somebody could come in and cash us out and carry it forward, but is that their heart? You know, is their heart in it? That's the question.
David's protective of the legacy that gave him so much, the legacy of Moses Alexander and his family.
He couldn't afford to hire a lot of help, but his hobby was politics.
Moses Alexander left his fingerprints everywhere. He served 2 terms as the Boise Territory mayor and became the 11th governor of Idaho. He's the first practicing Jewish governor in U.S. history.
I was told he used to do some of his government business or his state business right there in the store.
The store and brand has woven itself into the fabric of this community and certainly made an impression.
A long run, 131 years, that's a pretty good run for anybody.
But this is Boise, and this town changes.
It seems that way, yeah.
So as the curtain starts to fall, there's no shame in calling it quits.
When things line up in a certain way, you don't have any other choice but to move on.
131 years. Talk about an impression.
We really appreciate all that David has done, and now that the store is going to be closed, it's just going to be a memory.
I asked David what he's going to do for retirement. He says he's going to try to watch a sporting event that he doesn't have to pre-record. This business is the 11th oldest of its kind in the nation. Almost all others are on the East Coast, so it really is a historic gem, Joe.
And for anyone watching this right now, Andrew, they still have some time to rush down there and get one more piece of clothing?
Yeah, April 30th.
Okay, April 30th. Put it on the calendar. Andrew Bartline reporting. Thank you so much, Andrew.